Hey guys, it's Yolanda here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, as you can tell by the title of the video, so glad you pressed that button, okay, because it's going to be good information for you. So I'll tell you guys how I am priming myself to prosper during the midst of this pandemic. Stay tuned. If you haven't done so already, before we get into this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. Number one. Okay, so this is the first thing that I have been doing during this crazy time that we're in to help myself, and this is also can help you guys too as well. Okay, number one is to meditate, and that's the first thing that I do. Typically when I get up in the morning, I get up, I brush my teeth, and I find a quiet spot. I usually put on my headphones. Now you don't need headphones at all to meditate. This is just for me to tune out, to quiet down the surroundings that I'm in, and it gives me time to kind of block out extra sound, because sometimes other things can be a distraction to me. This is a time to quiet your thoughts, to block out everything, to quiet the mind, and to not only just block out thoughts, but those negative thoughts that you have, those worries, those anxieties that come to mind before they start stirring up in the morning. And so this is how you can start your day, and it's so helpful just to tune in and to just tune in and just tune out some things that are in your mind. And it's just, I do deep breathing, I just sit and breathe, and normally I focus on that, and that kind of helps get my mind together and to just focus on positive thoughts. If negative thoughts start to twirl in, I focus on positive things, what my intentions are for the day, and I tune in. And sometimes we gotta quiet ourselves to hear what our higher power is saying to us, So sometimes you just have to be silent, if you will. And that's what helps me out when I start my day through meditation, and that's what you can do to prime yourself to prosper. Number two is prayer. Okay, I think that sometimes we really overthink this. Prayer can be very, very simple, and this is just a communication between you and God, okay, or the higher power that you believe in, your inner being, your source energy, whatever you choose to communicate with, and that's it. And that's with all things. Like, if you're trying to communicate with someone, you're not the only one talking, are you? It's a conversation back and forth, so that is what prayer is. My prayer after I meditate during the time is just a conversation with God, and I'm just thanking God about all that God has done in my life and all that God's continuing to do in my life. Even though we're in the midst of uncertainty and we're in the midst of pandemic, we've lost loved ones, people around us are ill, we're worrying about our jobs, our financial state, our financial situation, how we're feeding our families, homeschool, and you don't know nothing about technology, or a little something about technology, thinking about so many different things. This is a way to kind of ground yourself, and that is, for me, through prayer, and it's very simple. It's nothing like something that's just all, these big words we have to use, and we all have something to be grateful for. You do. Even if you think you don't, and you say, oh, I don't know, I got so much going on, and this and that, and I don't have this, and I don't have that, and I wish I had this, and I wish I had that. No, we all have something to be grateful for, even if it's just, God, thank you for waking me up this morning. Thank you for letting me put my feet on the ground. Thank you so much for the use and activity of my limbs. Thank you for my voice. Thank you for my voice that I'm giving praise to you, God. Thank you so much for my eyes, and I can see, and all my senses that I can hear, taste, smell. It's so many different things that we are thankful for. Thank you for a sound mind. Thank you for my mind being able to think, being able to reason, be able to retrieve information. Whatever that it is, that's something very simple to be thankful for. So there you go. Okay? That's prayer. Number 3, guys. After you've meditated, you've prayed. For me, what is helpful is to organize. I'm telling you, now you've organized your thoughts, you clean that up. One of the things that has helped me during this time to prime myself to prosper is to organize. For me, I was able to declutter. Okay, you have to declutter. Okay, declutter my physical things around my home, decluttering things, cleaning. That has helped a whole lot. If you find you have a whole lot of things, unwanted things around your home that you don't need no more, those clothes that's been sitting in there for I don't know how many seasons that you ain't even worn but once or twice, okay, and you don't need them anymore, go through your things, donate what you do not need. You don't need all these things to just bog you down and clutter your space and messing up your vibe in your home. Okay, declutter. Get rid of some things, purge some things. That has been so helpful for me. Clean up your stuff. If it's dirty and it's like unkempt, you have unkempt air in your home and it's messing up your vibe in your house, get a bucket, get some spray, get some wipes, get whatever you need to get, clean it up after you decluttered it. Okay, and after all that is left that you need in your life, that you need around your home, that's essential for you, then organize it. So it's nice and it's neat and it's in its place, okay? If you got clothes piled up in the corner, you got laundry you need to get to, well, clean it, wash it, and organize it, put it up, okay? This is something that's helped me out so much. Something as simple as making the bed on a daily basis, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all think that that's like, this little act, just making up your bed on a daily basis. I don't know about y'all, but every day before all this craziness that I was able to, before all of this, now that I'm able to be home, because I work one day and I'm off one day, and I work one day and I'm off one day, I have extra time to tend to my home and to declutter and things like that. And every day, even though today is my day off, I ain't got nowhere to go, except for the grocery store, I make up my bed. You can't really see it behind me, but I have my pillows and things back here and all of that. And my room is nice and clean, it's neat, it's organized. It just gives a total different vibe. It does. You don't want to come home at the end of the day and you walking in room tsunami and your stuff is all over the place and you just don't feel right, But now at my home, it's clean, it's organized. It just makes a world of difference. Number 4, you guys, we must reflect. This is something that is helping me during this time, is to reflect and see what's important, what things and changes that I need to know to kind of grow from this. You can look at this as this pandemic time is something very negative, and I know that we're going through a lot, and you can easily turn this around. and change that thought, that mindset into something positive. And that's what I'm using at this time to reflect on things. Definitely use notebooks on my journal. And I sit sometimes and I sit in my bed, I'm watching TV, I'm hit with inspiration, and I'm writing things down. Growth is very important. It doesn't feel good to be stagnant. It's just like we're meant to grow. We're meant to thrive as a people of God. And this is a time that you can use your mind to think about what I need in that growth process. You know, write it out. If you can't think it out, write it out. Write it out and see, you know, what I need to grow. You know, cleaning up not only your physical space, cleaning up relationships that you know you need to let go. What do you need to do to just move on? That's it. Sometimes people and things are have been at a space and time in your life, and as you're growing, certain people and certain things are not, and certain habits are not going to grow with you. You know, I know that if I'm growing, that I'm, you know, certain things that I gotta let go or change up, you know, in the growth. And trust me, and you're growing, and those people don't grow with you, and those things don't grow with you, those things are just gonna fall to the side. And trust me, you want to be inspired by those around you. You don't want to be around those who are stagnant and not growing. You know, at this time in my life, I mean, I'm learning so many different things. I'm doing so many different things. In the midst of this pandemic, you ain't got none but time. I'm sorry. You got time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Okay, guys, the fifth thing that has really helped me out during this time in this pandemic is to create. You know, I think we all have a creative side. I know you got a creative side in you. We all do. You know, in some capacities, some are all, you know, we're all not up here. We create all little levels, you know. But I think to use this time to create things, you know, after you're done reflecting and you see what you've written down, some things that you have gone through and you pruned. Okay, you pruned a little bit. What's going on here? You've pruned some things, you let go some things, and now it's time to be to create. You're creating a whole new life. Let me tell you guys, some of those of us who are at home and are furloughed or laid off and things like that, this is a time to reevaluate and to reinvent yourself. If you know you've been in an industry and you was easy just drop like a bad habit, and you know that things really about to be changed up after all this pandemic and COVID-19, things have changed. Things is not going to be as normal as it's going to be. You know, people have talked to me about, you know, things they used to do, things their career and things like that. Listen, we need to change it up. You got to get creative. You're going to have to get creative in your finances. You know, you're going to get creative in your career. You know, listen, sometimes that one source of income, if we haven't learned anything at this time, that one source of income that you were relying on and you stuck right now, this is a time to create. It's either, you know, you can create a new business, you can take your career and spin this off and say, okay, I can do this with my my degree or the knowledge that I have. And listen, you don't always need a degree to get creative. You don't. Use your life skill, because some of us got a whole lot of life skill and a whole lot of experience that we can turn that into something profitable for yourself. You know, be it a business, a book, an idea, something that can make someone's life better. How can it make your life better? And you can use that skill and hone that into making some extra dollars. Let me give y'all an example. If you can't think of none, let me tell you something. You've been sitting on, you know how to sew, and you've been sitting on sewing. Okay, and you know you have some basic skills in sewing. You see the amount of people that's making money off making these homemade masks? Y'all, people are killing it out here, taking a little bit of fabric and some elastic to fit around your ears, and people have turned making a mask into a business. Who would have known? You have something that's creative in you that you can use that skill to level up your life. I'm telling you, you know, and it's for me, I have to think and say, okay, what can I do with my skill that I had, the skills that I have learned in my life? How can I level that up for extra source of income? Just saying, the potential is there. The potential is in you to be creative. Okay, so that's it, guys. I thank you so much for tuning in today, listening to me. We're going to talk about meditation, how that can help, prayer, you know, reflection, creativity, organizing, you know, all these different things to enhance your life. Okay. So I hope that you guys are safe, and I hope that we're all coming out of this, you know, a better version of us, you know, and a better version of our situations. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you tune in next time to another video. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.